Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much for joining us. This is Serious Matters on ONIF TV. My name is Olukunle Abraham. Now, Serious Matters 9 with this, so on top ONIF TV. Now, Serious Matters. Okay. No be news again now, say PDP don't get their own running mates on top this presidential. And I'll just show you a short video to just remind us before we now go on to make our comments. Let's see the video as where Atiku announced Okowa because there had been insinuations that it should be Wike, and we'll look at different things why Atiku chose Okowa over Wike, as against earlier insinuations. Let's see this video very quickly.
Revival of the economy, improve education, and unite our country. He has both legislative and executive experiences. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the ticket the next Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Governor Ifeanyi Alpha.
That man looks very, very humble. See how humble Okowa, still, bowing and, interesting. And look at the way people, the audience got up to appreciate and, celebrate the emergence of Okowa as vice president candidate come 2023 election on the platform of the PDP. You see that people were elated, people were happy, people were like, wow, see the way that woman got up, like, Okweo, thank you. I don't know, maybe some of them were not too sure as to is what I heard about this whole thing, is it true or not? Is it going to happen the way they said it's going to happen, or is it what they said will happen? See the way, maybe you want to see that again. Let's see that again, because sometimes body language, the body language, they communicate a lot. Let's see that again.
Revival of the economy, improve education, and unite our country. He has both legislative and executive experiences. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the ticket the next Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Governor Ifeanyi Alpha.
Wow. That was electrifying. Wow. That was electrifying. That was eccentric. See the moment. The moment was very, very eccentric. Like, wow. And very, very interesting. There's been the controversy of Muslim ticket and what have you, but then look at the way they are taking it on that side. Look at the way they are taking it. The whole thing ran, it has always looked as if, okay, APC has always tried not to be ahead, not to do their things first. I don't know if you saw, if you noticed that too. APC have tried not to do their things first. They've tried to, do as much as possible, not to be forward, as it were, in quotes. They seem to want to be waiting or look and see what PDP is going to do, because of course they feel PDP is their major opposition. But then I stand to be corrected, but then the way the whole thing is going now, Labour Party is strong because of the person of Peter Obi. Now some people feel that Peter Obi would have been a better running mate for Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, Abubakar Atiku would have been a better person. But then Peter Obi is no more in that party. he had moved on, and then he is a presidential candidate in the party where he is now. He is a presidential candidate. But then there had been insinuations that Wike will be there, you know, Wike everywhere, Wike everywhere. You know, Wike will be very, very, you know, outspoken and, you know, strong. In fact, sometimes I always wonder if he laughs at all. You know, I know he laughs, but then I always wonder the way he talks. You know, he has this baritone, you know, like and you know that his words are always like adages or proverbs, Yoruba proverbs. You know, you have to start it, then you finish it. Because most of the time you say enough is the name of any person. You are the one to finish it. You know, I love him so much, but then it's just moving on the way it is now. You see the gentleman, the governor of Delta State, I think it still falls within the region. I know Wike will be delighted to actually work with them, you know, work together. I think it is all for the good of the party, if I may see it from that perspective, and probably the good of the Nigerian citizens as a whole. Well, Atiku put this on his Twitter handle, you know, hours ago. He said, "I am delighted to announce Governor at Okowa as my vice presidential candidate. I look forward to traveling our great country together. Engaging with all Nigerians and building a shared future of peace, unity and prosperity for all. As one, we can get it done." Well, that is Alhaji Atiku Abubakar on his Twitter handle when he announced Okowa as his running mate. But then let's look at Okowa's speech as he emerges. Let's see what Okowa had to say. He said, "I pledge to join hands with His Excellency. I pledge to join hands with His Excellency Atiku Abubakar, the leaders and stakeholders of our party, and all patriotic Nigerians to rescue our country from the precipice." It says the taciturn politician was up against the governor of Rivers State. I talked about that earlier on. Here's some Wike, who was also eyeing the prized seat. Wike was initially recommended for the position by a 19-man committee set up by the party to oversee the selection process. These results reportedly did not go down well with the leadership of the party, who then opted for Okowa. Speaking at the announcement ceremony on Thursday, chairman of the party, Chair Ayu, revealed that the decision for Okowa was made by Atiku himself after due consultations with all the relevant stakeholders of the party. But then, could it mean that Atiku must have looked at Wike like, you know, like I said, Wike is a strong man. You know, like I will make reference to that, his baritone again. You know, his baritone and his actions. You know, he takes actions, drastic actions. You know, measures. You wonder, wow. You know, he just wakes up all over, overnight, and then just says this is the way he wants things to go, and that is the way it is. He picks on people and all of that. But then, could this be the end of the road for Nyesom Wike? Even though, you know, I said in our description there that yes, he could be a minister, because I'm sure it's very late to go and pick up a form to become a senator and all of that. And then Nyesom Wike will be finishing his second term in office as governor of Rivers State, you know, in a few months' time, just about that time. So we are looking forward to what the continuation will be. What do you think? What's your opinion on this selection of Okowa as against Wike? You know, now it's no more an issue, because this issue of same religion, you know, in a country where we have diverse religion, but the major two are Christianity and Islam. And so if we have a Muslim president, then there's nothing wrong with having a vice president who is a Christian, so that the two religions, or the true set of people, will be recognized